All right, well, hey, welcome to day 1142. Day 42.
Hashtag nailed it.
My next 63.
41.
And,
Day 41.
Day 41.
41.
Day 41. It may feel like 1,141, but we're on day 41.
Day 41. That's right.
41.
Talking about spiritual warfare this week.
Warfare.
Yeah.
And you guys, why don't y'all get it started by talking about what you've been hearing this week from God and what you're learning.
Yeah.
Kelsey?
So this week we've been talking a lot about with spiritual warfare and how we have to be very cautious and aware that the enemy works in ways that are unseen. So we have to constantly be filling our time with God with truth rather than with trash. And so it's just been a great week of learning how to not get discouraged, not become hopeless in the face of this war that we're going through, like what Steve talked about.
Yeah, and I know for me, it really just puts it in the forefront of realizing every single day we're at war. And whenever we say that, we're like, huh? And it can be kind of a scary thing in a way. But the truth is, as we're taught in Scripture, that the enemy, the devil, comes to steal, to kill, and destroy, looking to devour us. Mm-hmm. And that's only something we have when we have an enemy, when we are at war. So one of the most dangerous things, as I think as a Christ follower, is to think that we are not at war and there isn't anything coming against us, because we set ourselves up for, just putting ourselves in a lot of bad positions, because we are at war, we are at battle every single day.
That's right. And I find myself, when I find myself being afraid in life, when I find myself falling for lies that are anti-biblical truth, mm-hmm. I find that I'm really just not, my nose isn't in the Word. I'm not studying. I'm not praying. Matter of fact, I'm trying to protect myself, if that makes sense. And God has said the polar opposite, that I want to be your guard. I've given you this thing called the armor of God that I want you to put it on in your life. And so when I find myself afraid of decisions or in the middle of circumstances that are out of my control and I don't know what to do, when I find myself being overly anxious or overly afraid or overly stressed, I have to stop and look at my life and say, where am I not inviting God into my life? What part of the armor am I not wearing?
And for those of you, if in case you missed a day and you're not really sure, if you go to Ephesians 6, it talks about the full armor of God and what each piece is and what it does. And it's a great thing to just read almost every day if like you said, you're not sure what part of it am I forgetting. But Ephesians 6 goes through what it talks about to actually put on the full armor of God and wear it daily. And I love what it says where it's chapter 6 verse 11, and it says, "Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes." I mean, it's telling us right there, clear as day, that we're at battle, we're at war, and if we aren't prepared, we are going to fall for things that the devil's putting in front of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have any more thoughts, Kelsey? You want to add to this?
No, it's kind of like if you leave the house in the middle of winter without a coat, you're going to get cold. So you got to make sure that you're prepared ahead of time. And it's something you have to stay conscious about, because even when I was going through, and I talked about this week, that when I was going through these 63 days, I would feel discouraged, and I was like, I'm putting in the effort, I'm putting in the work, but I forgot that I was creating that space where the enemy can work if I'm not constantly filling it with truth. And so it makes complete sense when you say it, so it's helpful to hear.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've ever heard, it can be a little bit of a cheesy saying, I think it's really true, if you give the devil an inch, he'll take a mile.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's that thing exactly, that if we aren't constantly all the time have God at the forefront, and we just give that little bit of a crack, the devil will take it and use it way greater than the little crack that it starts with. So
that's awesome. We can probably close with this, but there's a little song that I remember when I was a kid that I learned.
Are you going to sing it for us now?
I might. I don't know. It's not going to be pretty.
I think you should sing it.
But I might say the words more than sing it. But it said, "I've got my feet shod, right, with the preparation of peace. I got my sword of the Spirit, right? My shield of faith. I got my breastplate of righteousness, right? My helmet of salvation. I put on my armor. Now I'm ready for the battle. And it's missing a few pieces, but it's kind of cool. Maybe just get a little tune in your head to try to remind yourself of the things you're supposed to be putting on each week. And that's the point. You put it on. God provides it. You put it on. You do your part. He does his. And man, it's amazing what God can do in your life. You don't have to be deeply afraid. You don't have to be overly anxious.
Right.
You don't have to be stressed out. I guess we could say we're too blessed to be stressed in a sense, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's why it's there for us.
Yeah.
So it's been a good week.
Yeah. So I hope you guys have had a great week as well with My Next 63, and we will see you guys next week. See you later.
Bye.